Hello everybody, my name is Ben Carter, and I'm going to be talking about if college athletes should be paid or not. So, why should college athletes be paid? College athletes bring in a ton of money to schools, whether it's basketball, football, baseball, volleyball, softball, any sport. They just bring in so much money because of the people's names, the athletes' names. Another thing is that college athletes put in numerous hours, whether it's practice, school, tutoring, weights, schoolwork. They just put in countless hours to show that they're dedicated and committed to the school. And then another thing is injuries. Injuries are a big thing in sports, and I think it's overlooked by a lot of people because if an injury happens, but like they can be career-ending injuries, and like their whole career could be over before they even know it. So with them bringing a lot of money in, I want to talk about like the Duke basketball team in 2018 because Duke had arguably one of the best players the year with Zion Williamson, because I don't know if you guys watched it in 2017, but 2017 Zion Williamson was making a huge name for himself being his senior year of high school, with him being 285, 6'7", throwing down dunks like he did, playing defense the way he did, just playing basketball the way he did for his size is insane. His vertical like 41 inches, I believe, which is outrageous for a dude weighing 285. But yeah, the main reason people like come to games like that is to see people with big names, like people like Zion, just to see how he plays, and like just to see what all the hype is about. Duke that year was insane because not only did they have Zion, but they also had Cam Reddish, and arguably a really good shooter in the NCAA, and RJ Barrett, who's on the New York Knicks right now, who kind of fell off in the NBA, but he was really good in high school and college. He was really good. But Duke, with the season they had last year, making it so far in March Madness and the playoffs, they made over $33 million in 2018 alone, and not one of those three players seen a single penny, not one penny of any of that revenue that they made. And it's not cool because, like, again, the fans come to see those big name people. Zion. So many people would travel across the country to see him play. RJ Barrett, yeah, people came to see him, but not as much as Zion and Cam Reddish. Cam Reddish, he's overrated. But it's just not fair for those players. Zion, what's his name? Carson Edwards. Like any player, like in any sport, if they're coming to see them, they should make money. Like, I'm not saying every player needs to be paid the same, because there's bench players, there's role players, and there's big players. I'm saying at least give players the cut they deserve. Not everyone has to be paid equally, but like if schools know why fans are coming. Yes, they're coming to see their favorite teams play because they want to show support, but like if you have one of the top players in the country, that's gonna bring you in more fans than it usually does. So I don't know. I feel like college athletes just deserve more than what they're getting because of how much money they're bringing to school. Another topic I'm talking about is hard work. How much work they put in. I've seen something on the internet that college athletes put in 40 hours a week alone into just practice, and if you divide that up between let's say 6 days, they get 1 day off. That's over 6.5 hours. Whether it's practicing on the court, the field, the gym, anywhere. It's in the weight room, 6.5 hours a day. That's ridiculous. And then you gotta add in there, and then if you average out, like, they take about 5 to 6 classes a week. Then each class is like an hour to 3 hours, depending on what class they're taking, depending on how many students are in it. They're putting in so much time to the school and not really having any time for themselves. And I don't know, I just think that how much work they put in, how much time, how much effort, dedication, commitment they're showing these schools, and how much work they are putting in to like be eligible to improve their game. It's just like they deserve more time, they deserve more money, and it's just sad not seeing that. It's being a college athlete basically is a job. It's like a 9 to 5. You work because of all these hours you're putting in, and it's like okay, well, I'm putting in all this time. Now, what am I going to get out of it? I'm not saying D1, D2, D3, NAIA is like, they're all the same. Like D1, obviously top tier. No one compares to D1. D2, they're there. NAIA, D3, we're here. But it's like, give them what they deserve. If they deserve the money, they deserve the money. It's just, they're not, I mean, they are there to obviously go to school, but they're there to continue out their dream. And they're doing the things you need. Help them out a little bit. Injuries play a huge role when it comes to college sports. College athletes never know when their last game is going to be. If they occur an injury, their career can be cut way shorter than anyone even thought it would be. Any of these injuries can result from any knee injury, such as ACL, MCL, even a meniscus tear, any neck injury, spine injury, several concussions throughout their career. Their careers can be over before they know it, and they're willing to take that risk in order to continue playing and show the schools that they want to continue playing and that they're dedicated. They're just dedicated to the program. A great example of this is actually Stanley Dottie. Stanley Dottie was a defensive lineman for South Carolina back in, I think, the 80s. And he was one of the best D linemen in the country and was actually projected as one of the top NFL picks that year. And one game, Dottie was playing and he went to the South Carolina training staff complaining that his back was hurting. And the training staff basically told him, oh, it's just a stinger, you're fine, you'll be okay, go back in and continue playing. That wasn't the case. Dottie actually occurred a spinal injury that actually ruptured some nerves and had to quit playing football after being picked up by the Chiefs and was told that he wasn't eligible and his NFL career was never able to begin because his injury was overlooked or underlooked. Really, they didn't give him the proper treatment they needed, and that's on them. And him not being able to continue his NFL career, we don't know if he had a backup plan. That could have been the football could have been his plan, and now he can't do anything. He doesn't have the money to help provide because schools aren't paying them for what they're doing. So basically, what I'm trying to say is college athletes, with how much time and effort they put in, deserve to be compensated from the schools, deserve to make a little bit off that revenue. It just isn't fair to them. Thank you for watching. Sorry for it being really long, but thank you.